Welcome back, league mates and listeners. We have a fun episode for all of you. We are going to be doing a little fantasy football stock exchange episode where I planned 10 players in fantasy football right now who seem like interesting players right now based on how they're overperforming or underperforming or doing just exactly what they should be doing. And I set a line of should they be like, are they going to finish top whatever or below that, and we kind of need to give our takes of where we think they're going to be finishing rest of season. So let's get stuck right into it. Here is the stock report. We have a beautiful slide and we got the first player. Ooh, Chase Brown,
one that hits home for me.
He has been a little stinker so far. He is running back 31. My question is, will he be a top 18 running back, half PPR for all of these players that we're presenting by the end of the season? AJ, what do you think?
I mean, top 18 is the line. I think he definitely gets in there. I mean, he has all of that backfield. Like, there's Samaj is there, Taj Brooks is there. Unless they bring someone else in, I don't see him like losing a lion's share of this work. And he's had three really tough matchups to start the year. Cleveland, Jacksonville, who's been really good against the run, and Minnesota, who's just been really nice defense in general. Moving forward, I'm looking at these matchups. I'm seeing a sea of green. So I think if you got Chase Brown, keep him. I think he's going to improve. He has like 20 attempts a game. He's got the ability to get there. The offense just needs to get going and have better matchups, and I think he'll be fine. I don't think he's going to be like the top 5 guy I thought he was at the beginning of the season, but top 18 seems like a very achievable line.
That's fun. That is fun because when I look at the opponents that they're going to be going against, I see teams that I don't really want to put my running back up against. He's playing Denver. Denver this week, that's probably going to be tough.
Good match.
Detroit, they're tough. Just like overall defense, overall team, they're going to be playing from behind a lot too. Where, yes, maybe
he's not going to lose
pass catching work.
You know,
correct. But are they going to be scoring touchdowns against these teams?
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't really know. I think to be a top 18 running back, he's going to need to kind of feast in the end zone. He's got to play Pittsburgh twice still. He's got the Jets. He's got
Pittsburgh
Chicago.
Pittsburgh twice isn't really scary to me at this point. Like, that defense is not anything to be afraid of.
I think they'll heat up over the season. But I don't know. I really don't know what to think about these Bengals weapons right now, because it does feel really early to call your shot on how they're going to be performing, especially just Chase T and Chase Brown, because they were all super highly drafted and you want to kind of believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we just kind of have to do a reality check. It's a completely different season for Jake Browning. I think their line is atrocious. If Burrow is struggling that hard, I think Browning's going to be struggling that hard, and I just wouldn't want to necessarily bet on Chase Brown. Like, I'm not going to be trading for him at all.
Sure. Yeah.
So I don't really want to buy in on him. So I'm going to be saying he is out of the top 18.
So I get what you're saying. I think if you have him, like, you obviously have to keep him, just because you're not going to get what you want from him. But I think that's okay. I think you'll end up benefiting from that. Whereas I think the people who are, let's say you want to acquire him, the people who are trying to get rid of him aren't going to take some randy cheap deal, I don't think. So it's not going to be worth giving up what you're going to give up to take the chance on that. So I think if you have him, keep him, and you should be good. If you don't have him, you're probably not going to want to send up to get him. So no reason to buy him. JT, I'm just going to say it. This is a lock for a top 3 running back. I'm no questions asked. This is a lock.
Yeah, so the question is, will Jonathan Taylor be a top 3 running back end of season? He is currently RB1. He is looking like the RB1 right now.
Absolutely.
Will it stick, or is someone going to be supplanting Jonathan Taylor this year?
I think the offense in general may get worse. Like, I think the Colts are on a hot streak right now. I think it's not going to stay this hot. But I think Jonathan Taylor looks incredible right now. It's not necessarily just the offense look good. He looks really, really good. He looks like fully healthy, really quick. really nice. Um, I mean, he's utilized everywhere. I love Jonathan Taylor. He for sure, in my eyes, will stay top three. Maybe not RB1, but he'll be in that top three.
We're gonna agree on this one. I also believe he's going to be a top 3 running back this season or better. He's basically just has to stay healthy for the full
Yeah,
season,
that's
and
it.
I think this is a guarantee. The Colts have been surprising me more than
Yeah,
any other team this year,
absolutely.
and I would be super excited to have Jonathan Taylor on
You know
my
what's
team.
really unfortunate? I was 1 year early. Remember, I had Jonathan Taylor, Offensive Player of the Year last year. I had Shane Steichen, Coach of the Year last year. It's gonna happen this year, man. I was 1 year early. It's so annoying. But we can move on this one. I think we agree. Top three. Ooh, ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so we have Quentin Johnson now. He is currently the wide receiver 5 in half PPR. Will he be finishing as a top 24 wide receiver this year in fantasy? A wide receiver 2 in tiers, basically. I'll start with this take.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes, he is. It looks like something has changed in Quinn Johnson. He's
Hmm.
already a stud.
Comfortable.
He's kind of that explosive X factor wide receiver that you want on your team, and the other receivers, Ladd and Keenan Allen, are completely different from him. Where I don't see them taking
Yeah,
work for him, I see Ladd and Keenan being in way
fighting for
more
it.
competition,
Yeah.
and Quinn's always going to get his. Maybe the teams start planning for Quinn and they're like, oh, he's kind of like more of the real deal and we have to focus on him,
Yeah.
and Ladd and Keenan get some more work. But the line's at wide receiver 24. I
Yeah.
said that no one was expecting this
Yeah.
because he was you could get him at the end of your drafts almost.
Yeah.
So just having him finish in the top 24 would be a big deal for him. And I'm saying it's going to happen this year.
Yeah. This line, I think I also am in on the top 24. I think had it been like a top 18, top 12, I would have had a little bit of a hard time doing that because like I think he'll be good rest of the year. I think he'll be a playable asset for sure. There's no way he can sustain just the absolute boom, boom, boom weeks he's been having. At least I don't think so. So like I definitely think top 24. I could see back end like that 18 to 20 range maybe is where he lands, which is obviously great for where you got him. I agree top 24. What would you say if it was top 18? Would you say yeah?
I think I would say out on
I think
that
I would
just
too.
because I do see some regression coming a little in the season. It's going to be an inconsistent
Yeah.
good year for him where
Yep.
you're not going to know when he's going to have those boom games, but the points are going to be coming, and I feel like when they come, they're going to come in handfuls. So
Yeah. For
I
sure.
would say out. I picture more of like a top 20 finish
Yeah.
for him than top 18.
Yep. I agree with that take for sure. Moving on. Ooh, this is a toughie.
Yeah, we got Jamar Chase, wide receiver 12 right now. Will he finish as a top 10 wide receiver? He is the first wide receiver drafted in basically 90% of the leagues. Is he going to be a bust basically for fantasy of where you were drafting him? Is he going to finish in the top 10 or outside of that, AJ?
Oh man, I mean, I'm just trying to name guys right now, like who I think will be there. I'm getting really close to that 8, 9, 10 area. I honestly could
Do you
see
want to
him
know who
falling
it
out of
is
it.
right now? For right now, we have Puka at 1,
Yeah.
St. Brown at 2, Adunze at 3, Trey Tucker at 4, Quinn at 5, JSN at 6, Keenan Allen at 7, Garrett Wilson at 8, Neighbors at 9, and Mbuka at 10. And then we still have a lot of other studs behind
Jefferson,
them.
guys like that aren't in there. Yeah, I mean,
Jefferson,
CD's not in
Nico.
there. When he comes back, I think CD will be great. He can make his way back in there. No, I think I have to go outside just based off like all those names that you listed. I could see Odunze staying in there. I see JSN staying at least in the top 10. And then there's the big names. I think Jefferson will be in there. Puka obviously will be in there. Amon-Ra will be in there. Yeah, I think he'll be right on the cusp. I think 12 is kind of probably where he ends up, honestly, right around where he's at right now.
That because I originally said it at 12, and I was like, oh man,
I think that's where he ends up.
that I feel like that might be too easy, or it's like
Yeah.
right on. So I had to lower it a little bit, and just to make us
It's
really
tough.
question ourselves.
It's tough because Jamar Chase is the type of guy who has 40-point weeks, right? And that's just gonna a couple of those, and you're already like near that area. So he's obviously a really good player. I could totally see him cracking the top 10, but if I had to bet on this, I would say outside.
Yeah, I'm going to say outside also, but we just did Chase Brown. If I'm going to be trying to kind of buy low on one of these players, I'm
Oh, it's this guy.
100% buying low on Jamar Chase over
Oh
Chase
yeah,
Brown.
100%. Just the level of player, like Jamar Chase is like top three receiver in the league, just skill based. He's gonna get his targets. He's a first read guy. He'll be the guy that, especially in games when they're down, like they're gonna be throwing. He'll be more of a beneficiary of that. So I would agree. And I think you feel worse about Jamar Chase than you do about Chase Brown, just because you're probably 101 taking this guy. So
Yeah.
you wanna get a little something to try because you're probably 0-3, 1-2, whatever it is. This is now the point where you're like, okay, I need to like get points, and then you try to split them, get two guys, something like that. It could be if you're a 3-0 team, this is the type of guy you try to split two of your depth pieces on and get for the future.
Yeah. Trade Chase Brown for Trey Tucker and Quinn Johnson and call it a day.
Yeah, I would probably not do that. Honestly, I might do Chase Brown for Quentin Johnson. Who knows?
Oh
Who
my
knows? No, I'm
gosh.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
All right, our next.
Okay.
I was saying the Colts were super surprised. I feel like the Colts and the Bengals are super fun to talk about right now because they are just completely different than what I was
Yeah.
expecting
Oh,
going
yeah.
into the season. We got Daniel Jones at quarterback 4, standard quarterback scoring 4 points. Will he finish as a top 10 quarterback this year? I think he's only ever done it one other time his entire career. Is he going to be doing it again this year?
It's tough. I didn't think it would be this hard 'cause I would immediately think no, but like Joey B's out, Jaden Daniels, he's been hurt one game. I could see him getting hurt missing another couple games. Like guys I think will for sure be there ahead of him is like Caleb Williams, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. I'm probably missing other people, but like I could totally see him getting in the top 10 here. Like with CD injury, I'm not sure Dak gets there just because of that injury. Baker probably gets there just out of consistency. I don't know. I think Danny Dimes is in there. I think it's close, but I think he's in there. I really do, which is crazy. I never
I
thought
think
I'd be.
I think he's confirmed in there too. Right now, Jared Goff is quarterback 10. The other guys outside of top 10 are that I think could make it in is Jordan Love, Kyler Murray,
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, Bo Nix. Oh, Jaden Daniels for sure will get back
Jaden
in there. So it's interesting. I mean, there's other quarterbacks in there too that I think could be getting out, like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Maybe Baker with his weapons going down, he drops down a little bit. Goff is always a little bit inconsistent too, so
Very inconsistent. Yeah.
that'll be interesting. Who knows how hot Caleb Williams will stay too?
I think he'll stay hot. The offense has been pretty consistent, and even in games where they're losing pretty bad, Caleb has been good. Like the rushing upside he has is always a good floor. I think Caleb is like a lock for. This might be a crazy take, and maybe it's not crazy at all, but just based off the last year or whatever, I think he's a lock for a top 5 quarterback finish.
It's top 3 right now.
I think he's locked for top 5.
We've seen him
Caleb
use
is.
his legs, his weapons that he's surrounded around, his coaching staff. Week 1 did not look too good, but he's been impressing so far in week 2 and 3. But Daniel Jones, I feel like
I think he's there.
he's there. If you picked him up as your streaming quarterback and now you can ride him, I think you're super lucky to kind of have that boost in your lineup without drafting a quarterback super high.
Absolutely.
And you can always kind of rely on some points on the ground from him too. I always forget that Steichen came from the Eagles and they're just going to be mirroring all this tush push stuff, which we saw in week 1 or 2. I think he had 2 1-yard rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
We've seen him kind of feast on the goal line before. I feel pretty confident saying that Daniel Jones will be a top 10 quarterback this year. He looks good in 17, man. He should have switched a long time ago.
Man, he looks good. He looks good in the Colts uni. It's almost the same as the Giants. Shit. Javonte Williams, is he a top 14 running back? Right now, he's the RB6. This is a good line. This isn't even like an offensive line thing. This isn't any of that. I don't know if you've watched many snaps of him actually playing. If you haven't, I'd recommend watching his highlights. He looks good. He looks like rookie year Javonte. Um, and I think, especially in this next couple games, and maybe even after that, the Cowboys are going to become a run-first team, and they're going to be running, running, running. So I think he does finish as the top 14 running back. And I think that might be a hot take.
Ooh. Maybe it's hot, or maybe my take's hot, but I'm saying he's going to be finishing outside. Mostly just because of injury concerns and offensive concerns. Like maybe they're going to want to kind of see what they have in Jaden Blue, or...
He hasn't even put a jersey on yet, man. I'm not sure they care about Jaden Blue.
If you guys continue to lose games...
Yeah.
They're going to be like, let's see what we have in this guy. Like,
but he's not going to be that guy that loses touches, I don't think. It'll be Sanders.
True. Maybe that's it. But
Javonte, I'm not joking. Like, the best players on this team have been Dak, one, and then Javonte. Like, and then no one else is close. Like, that's it. Those are the only two good players on this team. CD obviously was fine, but he's hurt, so I'm not counting him. But he's been great. I don't think it's a hot take.
What about top 12? Is he going to be a running back one?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Because, like, 14's already a little bit, like, like, it's getting to the edge. Like, if you said top 16, I'd be like, absolutely, yes, 100%. 14, I'm, like, wavering a little bit. Like, I think he'll be in this 14 to fit to 16-ish range. But I could see him cracking, like, a 12. But that really hinges on if the Cowboys pick up their offense a little bit. Like, if they stay consistent on offense, they're like a reasonable team, I think he can absolutely be a top 12. But I'm a little bit nervous about that, especially with CD being out. So I see him more in the 14, 15, 16 range. But I want to be positive here, so I went yes.
I'm also kind of trying to think about the rookies, too, that are going to start picking up down the line, like Genty, Hampton, Henderson, Judkins. They could be moving in to, like, that upper range, too. So I'm going to say Javonte's out, and maybe it'll be like a 15. He'll be right on the brink.
I think that is about where he'll be, and it'll be really unfortunate for me for this, but no one expected him to even be close to that, so he looks great, honestly.
Now we got another running back, Bucky Irving. He's running back 16 right now. Will he be a top 10 running back?
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm not really like a big Bucky guy. He hasn't been overly efficient on the ground. With these guys out, though, they might rely on the run game a little bit more, get him
in the passing game.
Yeah. So it makes me want to put him in the top 10 here. I mean, they've obviously shown a lot of confidence in him. He's gotten a lot of touches. I think this is a tough one. I think I have to put him in the top 10. I think it's another Javonte situation, though, where he's probably really close on that edge of it. But I am going to put him in there just because I think they may start relying on him a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm good at coming up with lines, man. Vegas, hire me.
Dude, for real.
I think, okay, let me count it out. Jonathan Taylor. Will you count it out? Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Achane, Kyron Williams, Saquon Barkley, Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Mason, Amarian Hampton. What am I at right now?
You're at like 12. I could see like Jacobs falling out. I could see...
Whoa! Jacobs out of the top 10? No way.
Jacobs, Walker falling out. There was someone else that you said in there. I feel like that I could see falling out and him taking their place.
But they were actually down. I was kind of expecting them to bounce up.
Those are the type of guys you expect to be there. I don't know. Like Achane, Jacobs, Walker are all guys I could see not being there and him being ahead of. So I think this is close. I think I definitely stay inside. What about you?
I'm going outside. But wait, where do you see Jacobs landing rest of season if you don't see him top 10?
He's in the Javonte range.
Do you think he's closer to 12, 15?
Closer to 10, closer to 12 than 16, I'll say.
I think he's a lock to be top 10 for sure. We're about to start picking up. Like, once winter comes around, dude, he's going to get
that's
fed
true.
Again.
That is true. He has a little bit of a sluggish start, so maybe I'm just lost a little bit of confidence.
No, I think this might be the week.
Could be. Ooh. I got this guy on my team.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 24 right now. Will he be a top 5 finish? I think this, I don't know. I was like, the line feels kind of crazy, top 5, because he was what the wide receiver 3 drafted. I mean, he hasn't necessarily like lost his quarterback completely yet, like
No.
Jamar Chase. Like JJ is going to be coming back, and Wentz is, I think, pretty serviceable. Or you just trust the Vikings a bit more than you do the Bengals. So it's like I'm going to set this line pretty high.
Yeah. Ooh, wow, this is interesting. I think he actually does make it there. I I could see them. Carson Wentz looked fairly decent. I could see them rolling with him kind of until they really start losing again, and then going back to JJ McCarthy. And I think wide receiver is one of the more open top fives that there is. Like I feel like running backs, I'm like JT, CMC, like Bijan, like those guys are like I'm locked in there. Whereas I think like the locks for top five right now, and I'm probably missing someone. It's like Puka and Amon Ra are like the two guys where I'm like you're locked in, and maybe JSN. Everyone else, I'm like could be anyone. If CD wasn't injured, I'd say he was a lock, but he is, so he's not.
Okay, I do like that point a lot. How it is kind of wide open.
Mm-hmm. It's like guys
Because
like
he's
Rome are in
like
there right
competing
now.
with like Rome. He's competing
Exactly.
with Garrett Wilson, Neighbors,
Hmm.
Mbuka, Chase.
And I like his situation more than a good handful. Not all of those, but like a good handful of those. And he's a better player than most of those guys.
And that is, before you said that, I was thinking outside just because I was already kind of out on him going into the season with
Hmm.
just not knowing what this offense looked like. Quarterback got injured too. He hasn't gotten that full work though that we kind of expect Justin Jefferson to get
Yeah.
in yesteryears. Man, can I say he is number 5? Like,
I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all.
I guess top 5 that includes that. So, damn. Okay, I'm gonna say he's out. He's gonna be like 6.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That was a quick change. I thought I got you. I'm going in. I think Puka's or Amon Ra are the wide receiver one. I think probably Puka because I think he's more consistent in general.
Yeah,
He's like unreal, by the way. Can we talk about how freaking unreal this guy is? He's
so
insane.
good.
He's insane. I think Justin Jefferson makes it. I think he'll be 4 or 5, but I could also see him going all the way up to 3. So he's just too good, and I think this offense will figure itself out a little bit more going forward. And I think he's got enough quarterback options. I think JJ's fine, and I think Carson Wentz is perfectly good to service for right now. So
Yeah, this is the one
I think
I'm
he'll be good.
the least confident about right now. We've also seen plenty of wide receivers succeed with
Yeah,
bad offensive teams before, so
yeah, for sure. So it's not out of the cards that any of those guys get there, but ooh, okay. Travion Henderson, does he make it to top 24? A guy who had a lot of hype coming into the season, like all the other rookie running backs. I guess he's not the only one.
mhm. He's sitting at top like RB3 right now,
RB
36. Will he
can't get past
continue?
the fumbling Ramondre.
I I feel like there has to be a shift in snap
Surely,
percentages this
surely,
week with what happened. So Ramondre fumbled twice and Gibson fumbled once. Like,
insane.
you have to like discipline some of your players. Like,
Yeah.
look at what the Steelers are doing to Caleb Johnson. Like,
Oh
do
my
do
goodness.
that
Yeah.
to Ramondre Stevenson and Gibson. Like, yeah, he had some bad holding penalties or something week 2, but like,
Yeah. I Gosh, I think he will go top 24. I think the shift happens this week, next week, somewhere in those lines. Like, it has to happen where he starts getting the lion's share of the work. With Mike Vrabel being who he is and what he did with Derrick Henry, I could totally see that not being the case, though. I could totally see him never really truly getting the large amount of work that we expected him to. So I think if he got all that work that we expected in the beginning, he'd be a top 18 guy. Like, he'd be great. I see him landing in like the 20 to 24 range. If probably I could see him outside, but I'll go inside right towards the back.
I'm gonna go inside too. And like, he I never expected him to be a workhorse either. They
No,
just have to design more things for him and use him in specific ways for
yeah,
him to succeed, which I don't think
for
they're
sure.
really doing right now. So like,
Yeah,
he can be like HN and just like design some things for him, let him go
for
crazy,
sure.
and he can succeed that way. He doesn't need a complete
No,
snap percentage. He just needs a little bit more and more trust from the team.
100%. That's kind of what makes me nervous though, because Vrabel's been the type of guy to take a while to warm up to rookies, especially if they can't block very well, which he's an awful blocker.
What? He was like the
He's
best blocking running back
this so
coming out.
far, this so far this season. That's why people are speculating he's been really bad
Really?
in the blocking game. And I could be crazy, but I was pretty sure that's what I was reading. Is like he's been when he's out there, that's where he struggled a little bit.
I mean, blocking college players and NFL
Way
players
different.
is completely different.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's here. Rome made it. I didn't know if he was gonna be on this list. Top 9, Rome Odunze right now is the wide receiver 3. This is his true breakout year, I'd say. Wide receiver 9, especially with some injuries and just how open it is. I think it's a good line, but I think it's a line that he will beat. He's inside of that. This offense looks good. Caleb looks pretty good in terms of feeding his guys for fantasy, not necessarily being a super, super great quarterback. Rome has looked great. He's the number 1 option. He's top 9. I'm confident in that.
Okay, well, since I was setting all the lines, how about you set this line and reset the line, and I'll give you my take from that. Then.
Okay. So okay, I like that. I like that. So you want a line reset? Would you rather me go up or down?
No, that's up to you. I mean, you already took him
I don't know
higher,
your
so
take.
I'd expect you to go
Yeah,
higher.
I'll do top 14.
Oh, he's inside that for sure.
All right, then I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna go. Ooh, you said the 9.
I mean, you see the line that I put down.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Top 7.
Top 7, he's out. He's out of
Okay.
that. Just because so far it has been going Rome's way. They still have DJ Moore. They have Luther Burden.
he's
They have
gone.
Colson Love. Like, there are so many mouths to feed that I don't necessarily seeing it always go Rome's way. So it is going to be like closer to that top 10 around there than the upper echelon for the whole season, I believe.
I think that's not bad. Not a bad take. I think I may. I mean, obviously, I'm like a Dunze lover, so like, of course, I think top 7. I'd still have him there. I think I wouldn't go any higher than that though. I think that's probably right about where I feel comfortable saying he's in his top 7. But
So,
do you
wait,
think DJ? Do you think DJ Moore goes anywhere? Do you think he ends up being a trade candidate? Or do you
No.
think he's staying?
I don't see a point of trading him this year at all.
Like if they maybe start losing a couple games,
If they were losing, if they're like maybe
1 and 2,
yeah, if they get to what is the trade deadline? Week 11,
something like that.
if they're like 2 and 8, yeah,
Send him off.
definitely. But if they're 5 and 5, no,
Yeah, then you got a chance. No,
I
there's no
don't
reason
see
to.
that at all.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Is Rome the best second year wide receiver in the league right now? Better than Marv, better than Neighbors, better than Ladd.
In terms of fantasy output, I think I trust Odunze the most, honestly, right now.
I do too.
I think Neighbors is right behind him. It's just the situation's a bit worse. So I would feel more comfortable having Rome.
Oh, I forgot BTJ.
Oh, God. Him,
Lee.
dude, this is such a shift, right? Like, these guys were hot names coming rookie year. Like, BJ had a great year. Ladd had a great year. Marv was okay for where you drafted him. Neighbors obviously was fantastic. As of right now, they've really taken a step back other than Rome. But I only think it feels that way because Rome had such a meh first year, right?
Yeah. I mean, fantasy is really easy. All you have to do is buy players that are underhyped and sell players that are overhyped.
It's true.
Easy as that.
It really is that
But
easy.
when you get your emotions involved, the game becomes impossible.
That's what makes fantasy hard, is how much I love players. It really is. Let's move on. Never mind. That's it. That's all we got. That's all the things. That was fun. I had a good time doing that. That was a good time.
Yeah, I had a fun time setting up the lines. Players that were interesting. I think a couple other interesting players would have been like Mbuka, Trey Tucker,
Yeah.
like
Outside,
Judkins.
outside. Inside. I don't even know what the lines are, but it's outside, outside, inside.
Yeah, even some of the Saints players like Kamara.
Inside.
I don't know. Bill. What do we do with that
Outside,
guy?
outside of wherever you had it, he's out. Way out. I don't want to touch any of those guys in Washington. None of
Bill-
those are running backs.
Bill, 36.
Out.
He's 29 right now.
Out. I just have no faith. I've lost.
I'd go inside on that.
I mean, I think it's probably an inside, but like, I have no faith.
Genty, man. That guy just
Inside.
he needs a great game.
He'll have one.
Hopefully it'll come
Touches
soon.
there.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode, and let us know your takes down below for some of these players. Where do you think we were off? Where do you think we were right on?
Wrong?
It sounds like
every
to
single
me
one?
we have to buy some Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
I've got Justin Jefferson, so I'm good. I gotta buy some.
You already
Chase.
bought it.
I bought it right away.
Would you buy Jamar Chase with Justin Jefferson?
No, absolutely not.
Get a little kickback. But if you had Jamar Chase, you would buy Justin Jefferson.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely, I would.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.